I want to start my ribs because the ribs have to simmer for a little while before we start them on the grill. And this is my secret to ribs. I take just store-bought beef broth and put these into your pot. I use about 4 cans. It depends on how many ribs you're going to make. And I want to feed about 6 people here, so I'm taking 4 cans and I'm going to mash these with water. And the reason why I use beef broth is because I like all of this juice and all this wonderful flavor to stay in my ribs. Now, let's take just some store-bought baby backs. I even like to buy the thicker baby backs. When you put these into your beef broth, cut these so that they're a nice personal size. We'll put these in here. And this recipe is so amazing because the best way to get the most succulent, juicy, fantastic ribs, you know, the kind that just fall right off the bone, is to go ahead and just simmer them on very, very low heat for 3-4 hours before you put them on the grill. And I want you to notice that these ribs are completely covered up here with the beef broth and water. And here we have some already started. But the trick here is to bring these to a hard boil, and as soon as they hit that boil, bring them down to the simmer and let them simmer for 3-4 hours, depending on, you know, how thick they are. But watch this. So wonderful. Just take these out of here and see how they're, look at this, tender. They're almost ready to fall off the bone, but not quite. And they are going to be fantastic for my grilling. Now, let's go make our great sauce. Yay, it's time to grill. Now, I have a quick tip for you. When you're barbecuing ribs, I have a girlfriend named Sandy too. We call her Sandy the second power when we get together. She has said to me, you know, I have a real hard time with ribs because the bones actually stick to the grill, and when I pull them off, I get the meat but not the rib. So here is a fantastic tip that my friend Wes, who's a real foodie, gave me. All you do is you take some oil, and this is just a washcloth with a rubber band, and you are going to baste, before you baste your ribs, you're going to baste the grill, just like this. That way you know they won't stick, and not too much, otherwise, you know, you don't want to get it too smoky. Now the sauce just starts off with some store-bought original mesquite barbecue sauce, and you're going to dump the whole container into a bowl. And then you're going to take some honey. I put about 2 parts barbecue sauce to 1 part honey. And we are going to take this, mix it together, and that's all. So simple. This stuff is probably already in your pantry and you don't even have to go to the store. Now, take your ribs, lay them out. Be careful with the ones that are so tender they're already falling off the bone. And all I want you to do is be generous with this sauce. Just slap it on there, honey. You know, a lot of times you buy the basters in the grocery store that are those little tiny things. You know what? Get yourself a paintbrush. This makes life so much easier and things so much faster. And it's actually fun. All right. Now we're ready to pop these onto the grill, and I'm going to baste the other side when they're on the grill. Woo! Isn't that wonderful? They're already falling apart a little bit, and that is just fine. And a little more sauce. Don't forget to baste the bones too, because you know everybody likes to suck on those. And we will come back and baste these one more time when we flip them. And I've already made just a few up here. You can never have too many. Look at how wonderful these are. Woo! Another little trick, if you have your ribs in some kind of a Pyrex or some kind of a glass or even a metal holder, container, pan, put a little bit of water on the bottom so that they don't burn and they don't stick. Just a little bit. That'll keep them steamed and nice and flavorful. I want to taste these. Look at this. These are amazing. Now in just a second, we're gonna come back and we're gonna make some incredible beer salmon and also something perfect for the kiddies. We're gonna make hamburger hot dogs. They're amazing.